No, it's Mason Rudolph. Mason Rudolph.
Mason Rudolph's white.
Yeah.
It's a problem in football. You don't ever know what anybody is. Wearing 8,000 pads on. I don't recognize any of these people in their suits.
I know it's so hard to recognize football.
I don't know. Hockey players too. I don't know. Like they're like, this is Wayne Gretzky. I'm like, I thought Wayne Gretzky was Chinese. Is he really?
All right, here we go. So this is the altercation.
All right.
There's a big fight.
Okay.
Fighting on the ground. Pulls his helmet off.
Uh-huh.
So he hits him across the head with his own helmet. He got suspended for the rest of the year for this, by the way. And there was like...
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Yeah, so...
Oh, but he's saying that he freaked out. He was freaking out about it because he was... While that little scuffle was happening on the ground, he said that. He called him the N-word.
Yeah, at some point during that, they called him the N-word. And there's no way for anybody to confirm it. Yet, I can literally pull up on YouTube the sounds of the entire Super Bowl game and Patrick Mahomes talking to the huddle and the coaches. You get all this stuff every week where you can hear all the audio. How can we not figure out if the N-word was used in that instance? What tells me is that he definitely did, and they just...
Did they... Well, okay, so wait, did the guy who said it get some sort of punishment?
No. Because he said he didn't. He said, I didn't say it. And they were saying that Myles Garrett made it up. And it's like, okay, now we're setting a precedent for like people are what? Are you really saying that someone's going to make up that you said the N-word?
Wow.
And I mean, like, if he did that, like, what are you doing? Like, that is fucked up. Like, you're ruining it for all the people that were trying to actually fix the issue and stop it. If people start using it as like a competitive advantage or trying to get themselves out of trouble, I'm not saying that anybody does that or that he did, but like, what a fucking accusation to put on Myles Garrett after he gets suspended. On top of that, saying, oh, yeah, and he's lying about accusing someone of using a racial slur.
What were you going to say, Tyler?
Myles Garrett was the one using his helmet.
He took
to beat him?
Yeah, he hit him in the head with the helmet. Yeah, and he got suspended for the rest of the year.
Send that link, by the way, B.
I don't like. I could definitely see some of those guys panicking for, just kind of like a kid where you're gonna get in trouble and you just try to do anything to.
Wait, who? Like the guys that the guy that's accusing him?
Yeah. Like if you like,
sure, and just say like, oh yeah, he called me.
Oh, he did. Because like some athletes will do.
That's true too, but we're in the same space. We're in the same space as the accused of rape thing too. It's like,
yeah,
I want to believe every single girl.
Everything. Yeah.
I want to believe every single time a girl, because that's just like the most insane thing for me to then, because it also actually, you know what it is? I think I don't want to live in a world where I have to deal with people that would just make that up. I think that's too hard on my brain to be like, okay, so you realize some people actually do go through this, or like some people do have this, and you're just going to walk around. Yeah, no. Could you imagine? I can't even.
For your own benefit. Yeah, like what a horrible thing to do.
Yeah, dude, I don't know.
I hope to God that like it's bad either way though, it's like, okay, I don't want Myles Garrett to be lying that happened just to help himself in that instance, but I also don't want it to be true that an NFL quarterback would have the audacity when he's playing on a team of African Americans and has his whole life that he would use that towards someone.
Did any of the other players say that he said it?
I don't. It kind of just fizzled out, It just kind of, and it's kind of ended like, okay, well, if it ends like that, then it's assumed that he lied about it, right?
Yeah, right. Yeah, because if the guy doesn't, what's really funny though, I fairly recently, just a couple years now, almost identical situation in training. No one heard it.
Mm-hmm.
I can't say it's amazing because once again, now we're getting a little closer to this time period where there probably would have been some sort of repercussions, but once again, I'm not shitting on all of you guys over here in Europe, but you're definitely behind as far as social movements dealing with some of that shit, At least a portion of Europe is. But like
I don't know. It's a pretty large. I think a big issue is a lot of people don't hold the same beliefs, but people don't call people out for it
over here,
like at all.
yeah,
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 in Europe, like it's like people even if they don't believe that they'll be like, dude, like why would you let that guy say? He's like, oh, he's just an idiot. Like he doesn't know any better.
yeah,
That's usually what they say.
yeah. They have a weird. They're a collective, but they're not a collective. It's like we're huge and we're states, but like what flies in Kansas or what doesn't fly in Kansas does not also fly in Arizona. Like you can't. Like you're still not allowed to do it. It's weird.
Yeah. So wait, what happened with?
So 1v1 drill with a goalie, and it's a kind of drill where you pass and whatever. It's just you have a one-on-one with the goalie. What ended up happening is that I accidentally stepped on his hand or foot, like, hopping over it. It was complete. No intentional. We're not even trying to like really have contact at all. It's like you get a ball passed into you and you have a shot. Well, I stepped on his foot or something and I hopped off it really quickly, but he reacted really, like this, or it must have been his hand, and he said, fucking nigger, like something like, but like quiet, gosh. Like it was a reaction though. It was a reaction. And then here's the other thing. He immediately went into his Tom Brennan.
Ooh.
He goes, he like, I'm so sorry. I didn't, wow. And then to take it further, he did after no one else on training heard this. Luckily, probably for him, because there was a lot of African guys on the team, and I let it slide. Didn't make it a big deal. He came after, apologized. He then texted me later, apologized. He then came again after and apologized. However, it was really interesting because it was kind of like when the dude, like when somebody gets drunk and their prefrontal cortex lets them say whatever they really think. So it's kind of also weird because it was not a premeditated thing. It was a
reactionary.
It was like his reactionary, like, I think about how you're black and how I don't like that you're like, I don't know, dude. It was really strange.